why is nobody stating the obvious? Is it not completely obvious that this is just a reboot of the Bounty Gate scandal? The Bounty Gate scandal. It's the Bounty Gate scandal. The New Orleans Saints were headhunting Percy Harvin from Jump Street. From Jump Street. That catch that he wasn't able to make because of the direct blow to his head from I can't remember who it was that hit him. He hit him only in his head. He delivered a blow only to his head. Now, typically, you get penalties called blow to the head of a receiver when there's partial contact to the head, which makes everybody up in arms, like, oh my God, let him play. The dude only hit Percy in his head. Only. He had a concussion right then. I'm not even sure he should have came back in the game after that. And then the other one in the end zone, they were pointless hits. They were hits that didn't have to be made, for one. And two, now the second hit wasn't necessarily a bad hit, but I mean it was just lay some leather on him just because it's football and maybe he'll be sent out the game. They were headhunting Percy Harvin, no doubt in my mind. Get him out of the game, get Seattle back to the team that we were expecting to play against. Percy is an instant upgrade to our team. Tell you what, though, I will say this: Percy needs to get back into playing football mode. You know, after not playing football for the better part of a year or an entire year, or however long it's been, I'll say that he probably do a little bit of a nut check. Not so much that the hits that he took shouldn't have incapacitated him, but you know, when you're not in football mode, you're not in football mode. Maybe his body would have been more prepared to take these hits had he actually been playing football. You know. So I don't, but definitely I'm not putting blame fully in either direction. Definitely more toward the fucking Bounty Gate Saints. They definitely, I mean, come on. No one else in the entire team got hit like that the entire game. The entire game. Not in my opinion, but that dude hit him directly in the head only. Bounty Gate. I guarantee you, the two dudes who hit Percy on those two plays that eventually put him out of the game. The first hit put him out of the game for a few plays. The next hit put him out of the game indefinitely. I bet you those boys got bonus checks. Investigate it, NFL. Investigate it. Get Sean Payton out of the league. Defensive coordinator. Whatever you want to do. It's bullshit. Anyway, enough about that. Seattle Seahawks take on these Saints once again. And the game was... at an initial, look, it looked very similar to before. The Saints were able to get absolutely nothing going on offense. Seattle was a tale of two different teams at one point. It was the offense got going a little bit, put some points on the board, and then we became stagnant again. Russell Wilson is off. And I'm getting tired of seeing on these. We run the ball we throw an incomplete pass on first down, run the ball on second down. On third and short to third and medium, we run this quick slant that Russell Wilson puts either not on the money or in a position that the receiver can't make a clean catch, and we punt the ball away. These 3 and outs are ridiculous. These third and shorts where he's run the slant. I mean, how many times, 12th man, how many times did you see the exact same thing happen? Run the ball, slant route incomplete, punt the ball. Or incomplete, run the ball, slant route incomplete, punt the ball. I saw that way too many times. That third, you got to do something a little bit better on third and short to third and medium. I did not appreciate that. I did not appreciate the play calling on third down. We did just enough to win, which leaves me feeling a little bit uneasy. Long story short, we won the game. I guess it's all that's important, but it just doesn't. I want to go into it. I want to go into a game and smash. You know what I mean? Like these. Why run that same slant route every time? They were dogging that slant route the whole game. Marshawn Lynch, what a day! Marshawn Lynch came out there, had another big run. Obviously, it wasn't a beast quick run. Well, actually, I don't know if you guys saw the article. It was another beast quick because when he made that run, they had the seismic charts were show that it was this big, and then when the run happened, the thing grew to this big. The whatever, I don't know what they call it, but the seismic graph line or whatever it is. I'm not a fucking seismologist. So Marshawn Lynch did his thing again, and the Saints, I'm sure, are tired of seeing Marshawn Lynch. They're gonna have nightmares of that guy. Big play, Doug Baldwin, late in the game, which we needed to cement that game, which was, oh man. And then Golden Tate. Now I'm bouncing back and forth and around through the game. I'm not going chronological, but Golden Tate on that onside kick, man. I mean, of all the things you could potentially happen in an onside kick, do you realize that? And I'm not trying to say I'm some type of not mind reader, but I'm not a fortune teller or a prophet of any type. But I'm telling you, it may be my fault. I saw it happen before it happened. I saw them kicking that ball direct. I swear to God, okay? I saw them kicking that ball directly at a player and it bouncing off of a player, and then they get in the recovery. I shit you not, folks. I saw it. I had the premonition. It was like what's that movie where he sees it and then other people die? Yeah, I swear I had it. I had the premonition. What's that movie called? Final Destination. That's what it was. I had the Final Destination premonition of it happening, and I shit you not, it happened. Now, did I expect it to be Golden Tate? Hit him right in his damn chest? I mean, if anything, I mean, he went about that all wrong. Personally, I figure I don't think you attack a ball that's flipping to you, flipping. No, the ball was flipping like this, coming fast, and he ran to attack it. That's the wrong. He should let that ball just come to him and fall, just kind of catch it and fall at the same time. Golden Tate let that shit bounce right off his chest and then lay there like a big diamond, like he didn't know what happened. I swear, I knew it was gonna happen like that. Didn't think it'd be Golden Tate, but I knew it was gonna happen like that. So Golden Tate almost became the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He's definitely the heel. He's my GOAT for the game. Just because of that play. We still won, but damn it. I had already put my fucking chair away. I got up. I was calling it quits. Put my chair underneath the dining room table. Was standing up, and then he kicked that kick, and it bounced off Tate's chest. I just stared at the TV for a second, and then I went back. Got my chair out from under the table, put it back in the middle of the living room, and sat back down. Everybody was at my house looking at me like, oh, shit, Rob is pissed. Oh, and then that catch that Stills got. You know, I guess there's a such thing as being too good on defense. Our secondary is so good that we're too good for our own good in many ways. This is the second time this season. It was late in the season and then on Saturday that we had two players or more than one player. Oh, no. Was it against Arizona? We had Sherman, Chancellor, and somebody else all going for and Thomas, I think, all going for a ball in the end zone, and Sherman ended up getting kicked or something like that on the play, and all three of them just didn't catch it. And then Saturday we had Byron Maxwell and I think it was Chancellor or Thomas went up there and tipped the ball up, and then Stills caught it and then took off. I'm like, oh man! I mean, both guys had better position on that ball than Stills did. That ball. If Drew Brees had came out in a presser and said, "Yeah, I was aiming for Earl Thomas or Byron Maxwell," it would have made him look like a better quarterback than if he was aiming for Stills. They both had a better shot at that ball, but because they were both there, that ball just tipped up in the air and Stills caught it and they got a big play on it. I couldn't believe that. Well, honestly, I could believe it. Once I saw that ball get thrown up, I was like, "Oh no!" I don't know. Like I said, I keep acting like I'm clairvoyant, but I swear to God, I see things happen before they happen, or I see them like just before. I'm like, "Oh no, that's not good." Yeah, man, I don't know. You guys got to start giving some type of call it in the air system, or just take it from the other one. I don't know. It didn't even look like Thomas really tried to catch it. He definitely had the position to catch it. It looked like he more like tipped it up, like maybe he was hoping that his tip would fall into the hands of Maxwell. Just catch the ball. Catch the ball. 504 Flamer. A fun little hate week with you, man. Super Saint, where you at? Man, maybe I just haven't seen your video yet, but where you at? We going on to face the San Francisco 49ers because the San Francisco 49ers beat up the Carolina Panthers, really. This is the rubber match. We beat them at home. They beat us at home. And here we go. You know, our our offense. Hey, our offense is good enough to beat the San Francisco 49er team, and our defense is definitely good enough to beat them, especially in the clink. So look at it. If we just go based on what history has proven over the last 2 seasons, okay? Not just going to talk about this season. Okay, let's go into take in the consideration the last 2 seasons. It's been exactly the same. In Frisco, they can just barely edge us out. Just barely. In San Francisco, they're just this much better than us. You got to say that, right? Because they beat us. But in Seattle, we're at least 3 scores better than them. And that's the same. That runs constant 2 years now. Over the course of, 4 meetings, 2 in Frisco, 2 in Seattle. Okay, they're just a smidgen better than us at their house, but we're far and above better than them at ours. So over the last 2 years, that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to go ahead and hold true. The 49ers aren't coming in and going to do anything extra spectacular. They haven't looked extra spectacular. They weren't extra spectacular today against Carolina, and they certainly weren't extra spectacular against Green Bay. So, we know how to beat them. It's a family affair. Man, down here in San Diego, and these Chargers, I was pulling for these Chargers. I was kind of hoping, being a transplant San Diegan, I was kind of hoping for a Seattle-San Diego Super Bowl. That would have been a fun week for me. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. They tried to make a little comeback at the end, but I don't know, man. Phillip Rivers just wasn't able to. They weren't able to do it. They weren't able to do what they normally do. So much for that. So we're gonna have another rematch, another matchup between Brady and Peyton Manning, which is what everybody wanted to see, I believe. The 2 best quarterbacks, arguably in the NFL. Duking it out for a trip to the Super Bowl. Who needs it more? Probably Peyton Manning. To solidify his legacy. He's got to get there. He's got to at least get there. He may not have to win it, but he's got to at least get there. He can't fall short of the Super Bowl in the playoffs again. It's sad when your less talented brother has more Super Bowl rings than you do. That's all I got, man. This is my quick little recap. And, we go into the NFC Championship. I should say the NFC Championship is coming to us, right? Because, we ain't going nowhere, right? We're at home. We just stay at home. We just staying at home. Come into our house and beat us. Come beat us. Fuck the 49ers. Go Hawks.